Jeremiah 30, verse 16. Therefore all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thine adversaries, every one of them, shall go into captivity, and they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all that prey upon thee I'll give for prey. Jeremiah 30, verse 17. For I will restore health unto thee, and I will heal thee of thy wounds, saith the Lord Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, because they called thee an outcast, saying, This is Zion, whom no man seeketh after. First, I want to say, call Allah, all glory, honor, and praises due to Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Kakadash. I want to give double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone, who teach and will. I want to say peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. And we're coming into a time where Yasharallah, Israel, Zion is going to be restored. The true people of the Most High, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, where we're going to be ruling over the other nations, and every other nations, all nations outside of Israel, outside the 12 tribes of Israel, will be going into captivity and subjection under us. Revelation 13, verse 10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here's the patience and the faith of the saints. So this is telling you, like, you can't escape this sentence. If you lead into captivity, you're going to captivity as well. If you kill with the sword, you're going to get killed with the sword as well while you're in captivity. So this is what we're going to be doing to all the nations outside the 12 tribes of Israel. The 12 tribes of Israel, 144,000 with Yahushua leading, will be ruling over all the nations on the earth in hardcore bondage, slavery, and, killing them. Like, if they get out of line, kill them. Or if they just feel like it, like, honestly. Because that's what they did to us. Other nations showed us no mercy, none of that. So it's, hey, as the scriptures say, you reap what you sow. And, hey, it is what it is. Isaiah 14, verse 1. For the Lord Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, will have mercy on Jacob, and will yet choose Israel, and set them in their own land. So Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, is eventually going to set us in our own land, after Jacob's trouble is over with. And the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. And since Israel, the 12 tribes of Israel, will be on top, with Yahushai, the Messiah, leading the 144,000, the governing body, they'll be ruling over the earth. The other nations will cleave unto us because we have the power over the earth. Verse 2, and the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Ashai for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. So basically, it's like a Uno reverse. We were servants and handmaids in a hardcore bondage slavery under Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, and basically all nations in the earth. We're the 12 tribes of Israel were under slavery and hardcore bondage. Hardcore bondage slavery under all nations on the earth. So we're gonna put all nations on the earth in captivity, and we're gonna have them in hardcore bond slavery in the kingdom, when the kingdom comes down to earth and rule over our oppressors. And it shall come to pass in the day of the Lord Yahweh Shai shall give thee rest from thy sorrow and from thy fear and from the hard bondage wherein thou was made to serve, that thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how hath the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased. The Lord Yahweh Shai had broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke, he that ruled the nations in anger, is persecuted and none hinder it. The whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing. Yea, the fir trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon, saying, since thou art laid down, no fellow is come against us. So when Israel is in power, the whole earth will be at rest and the people will rejoice because Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, the wicked one that Yahweh Shah created, he's not going to be ruling the earth anymore, and the earth will be ruled in righteousness with the laws, statutes, and commandments enforced, by Yahweh Shah and 144,000. So even nature itself is going to rejoice because the so-called white man, Esau, Edom, the devil, even messed up nature itself, spraying chemtrails in skies, messing with the food, messing up the water, messing up everything. And go to verse 12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer? And this isn't talking about the spiritual Satan. This is talking about the illuminated ones, basically the upper echelon Edomites, the elites, the rulers of this earth. That's what it's talking about. So in the morning, how art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? Yeah, these elites, the so-called Edomites, white men, they weaken the nations all around the earth ever since they're ruling. Verse 13, for thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend to heaven, and I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds, and I will be like the Most High. Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth tremble, that did shake kingdoms, that made the world as a wilderness and destroyed cities thereof, that opened not the house of prisoners? Yeah, and so this is basically telling us that when the so-called white man, Esau, Edom, the devil, gets taken down out of rulership, and when Yahweh Shai, 144,000 comes and take him down, we're going to be looking at him like, this was the guy who was causing all this terror on the earth? Like, because as it says in the scriptures, Yahweh shows the basis of men to rule over us, to humiliate us, and to show us his power, that he can make anybody rule on this earth, and no matter what, because he's the Most High. Yahweh Shai can do anything, he desires. So he uses the most basis of men to rule over us, to show us his power. Revelations 2, verse 26, and he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations. This is Yahweh Shai speaking. This is red letter. Verse 27, and he shall rule them with the rod of iron, as the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers, even as I received of my Father. So if we endure, we're called into the truth, and we're called into the truth, we're faithful to this truth, and endure all the way to the end, while doing the works, and then we'll have power over the nations, as Yahweh Shai said. And we're going to rule them with the rod of iron, like literally rod of iron. And, they get online, we can hit them with that rod of iron and they'll be broken, like literally as it says, as the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers. So we hit them with that rod of iron. We're going to be so strong, hit them with that rod of iron, they're going to break into like millions of pieces. It's going to be, we're going to be powerful, ruling over all the nations. The 12 tribes of Israel are going to be powerful, ruling over all the nations on the earth. Psalms 2, verse 8, ask of me, and I shall give the heathen, the other nations, for thine inheritance, and the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possession. So we're going to have the 12 tribes of Israel is going to have all nations for their as their possession. We're going to have, like, they're going to be our property. Literally, they're going to be our property. And the entire earth, because it says uttermost parts of the earth, which means the entire earth is for our property as well. So we're going to have everything. We're going to have all the nations, all of the earth. Verse 9, thou shalt break them with the rod of iron, thou shalt dash them in pieces like a potter's vessels. And we went into that in the last precept, how powerful we're going to be ruling with that rod of iron. Verse 10, Be wise now, therefore, O ye kings, be instructed, ye judges of the earth, because the Yahweh Shai is going to lead the 144,000, and the 144,000 is the governing body being led by Yahweh Shai. So, yeah, that's why it says, be wise, therefore, O ye kings, and be instructed, ye judges of the earth. We're going to be rulers and judges over the earth. The 144,000 are going to be rulers and judges over the earth, and kings with Yahweh Shai. Serve the Lord Yahweh Shai with fear and rejoice with trembling. Kiss the Son, lest he be angry, and he perish from the way when his wrath is kindled but a little. Blessed are all they that put their trust in him. So worship Yahweh Shai, because the only way we're gonna ever get to this inheritance is through Yahweh Shai, because Yahweh Shai leads us back to the Father. Because Yahweh Shai was the only one who kept the perfect life and kept all the law, statutes, commandments to perfection, so we get back to the Heavenly Father. So those Old Testament only Israelites that don't worship Yahweh Shai, man, they're bugged the fuck out. They're bugged the hell out, man. Worship Yahweh Shai lest he be angry. 2nd Ezra 2 verse 28. The heathen, which means the heathen means other nations outside of Israel. The heathens shall envy thee, but they shall be able to do nothing against thee, saith the Lord. So basically, this is telling us that when the Israelites are on top and ruling over all the heathen nations, while we have them in hardcore slavery for 1,000 years, hardcore bondage slavery for 1,000 years, they won't be able to do anything against us, because first of all, we're immortal. We're gonna be like superhumans, so we can read their thoughts and know what they're gonna do before they even do it, and they can't even do anything against us unless they have permission to by us to do it. So it's like we're gonna be like untouchable, unfuckable, literally. That's just the truth of the matter. While we're ruling over them for 1,000 years and for eternity. Isaiah 49 verse 23. And kings shall be thy nursing fathers, and their queens thy nursing mothers. They shall bow down to thee with their face toward the earth, and lick up the dust off thy feet. And thou shalt know that I am the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai, for they shall not be ashamed that wait for me. So this is saying that the kings and queens right now, the people that are ruling the earth right now, they're going to be our servants and handmaids, while they're in slavery. And we're going to be so powerful to the point where they're going to bow down on all fours and lick the dust off our feet, literally, because we're going to be so powerful. I mean, they have no choice. It is what it is. They have no choice but to do it. And that will show all the heathen nations who Yahweh B'Shem Ashad shows, who are his chosen people, that Yahweh B'Shem Ashad was. Revelation 20, verse 4. And I saw thrones, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahweh Shai, and for the word of the Most High, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received his mark upon their foreheads or in their hands. And they lived and reigned with Yahweh Shai Mashiach 1,000 years. So if we don't take the mark of the beast and endure to the end, even all the way till death, we get to reign with Yahweh Shai Mashiach. And while the other nations are under hardcore bondage slavery under us for 1,000 years, because remember Yahweh Shai Mashiach for 1,000 years, we're having power over the other nations, all the other nations on the earth outside the 12 tribes of Israel. Verse 5. But the rest of the dead live not again until the 1,000 years were finished. This is the first resurrection. Blessed and holy is he that had part in the first resurrection. On such the second death had no power, but they shall be priests of the Most High and of Yahushua Mashiach, and shall reign with him 1,000 years. So this tells us that the slavery, the other nations, all the heathen nations will go into, being subjected under the 12 tribes of Israel they're going to do it for 1,000 years. And after the 1,000 years of all the nations being subjected under us, under the 12 tribes of Israel, under hardcore bondage slavery, then all nations will go back to their own land. And the earth will still be reigned by us, but it'll be in like peace. But except the Esau Edom, the so-called white man, the Most High Yahweh Hashem Shai is not showing Esau Edom any mercy. He's gonna destroy Esau Edom from existence. And that in itself is an entire different lesson. Lord willingly, I'll get into explain it, and you can read it more in the book of Obadiah. I want to say, call Allah, all glory, honor, and praises due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. I want to give double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone who teach it real well, taught me this 100% truth. I want to say peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. And with that, Lord willingly, I pray that was an edifying lesson. And with that, I want to say shalom.